What's up, what's up? Welcome back to CentralValleyTalk.com with Mike Briggs and Athena. We enjoy Judy with Bricks for Kids. Check it out, bricksforkids.com. Okay, so I've been out at football practice. I try to do this every Tuesday and Thursday. I had this idea for a long time of the parents. I work out every morning, but when I'm sitting out there at football practice, watching my son, even in the heat or not heat or whatever it is, and we're just sitting around talking, I said to all these parents one night, we should get a trainer in here, or at least have me do some jumping jacks, and we can each take a turn. So then this other guy, Eddie Dean, said, well, wait a minute, I know a personal trainer, and he'll come out and do body boot camps. So Marc Dyson, he's absolutely fabulous. We're going to get to know all about him. Does these body boot camps, and look at his muscles, look at this body. It's proven true. He's awesome. Welcome to the show, Marc.
Thank you.
Now I'm surprised, so you don't have a website yet. I'm thinking do you go to gyms and train people? Do you just go to places and train people?
That's
What's
a good
your
question.
thing?
I do both. So
Okay.
I contract out of gyms. So I'm over at George Brown's. I don't work for George Brown, but I'm there as a private personal trainer, and I'm at the Clovis one, actually the Clovis
okay.
one, and the one on palm and knees as well, and that's where I do private clients.
And see, did you say Herndon and Fowler too, or just the palm and knees?
Herndon and Fowler as well.
So Herndon and Fowler as well.
Yeah.
So if anybody belongs to any of the GB3s, can they call you?
Correct, yes.
Very
Right,
cool.
right.
And do you basically kind of rent out space and say, okay, I'm going to meet you here? Do you
Yeah,
do boot
it's
camps?
we'll start with a consultation, kind of
Yeah.
see where the client wants to go, and
Okay.
then set up the times, and it can be pretty comprehensive with nutrition plans and workout plans.
Body fat.
So yes, absolutely, and so that's what we'll do with the private part of it.
Okay.
And then, of course, and by the way, Athena is a stud out there at my boot camps. I
No,
don't even
I'm
have
not.
to teach him. I could just let you do it, actually.
I'm huffing and puffing. I'm crazy. No, Marc is awesome. He started us out, because a lot of the parents haven't worked out in years, and some parents do workouts.
Well,
Well,
that's
last week
that's-
killed me, but it was awesome. I want you to kill me.
Well, that's what's cool about them too, is there are different fitness levels out there.
Yes,
So it's
yes.
a challenge in a lot of ways, but we try to make it fun, so you're still getting, your strength training, your endurance training, but
Yes.
you're having a good time and burning calories, and
He
just,
plays fun games and everything.
Yeah, we have a good time. That's
You
a good group out
roll
there.
the dice and
Yeah,
put
that's-
together teams.
Sure, and a lot of that's the strategy of that is to
Yes.
just to try and make sure that everybody at whatever fitness level they are benefiting. So that's kind of the idea behind the boot camps, and then it's great exposure, and
Yes,
I can
yes.
meet people and introduce kind of just kind of an overlay of what I do, and that feeds into the private part. So it's
That's what I was thinking. I mean, after football season is done, which is right around Halloween-ish, I'm sure a couple of the moms, including myself, would be like, hey, Marc, is there any way I could buy a private session from you or whatever? Now, do you also do it at Quail Lake? I want to say Quail Lakes. Quail Lake. Is that just kind of a private thing for the Quail Lake residents?
Well, it's not. It is a smaller group, and it is a collection of neighbors and friends, and we get out and do that on Mondays and Wednesday nights, and we have a great time out there as well. But
It
it's
looks
open
like
to
it.
anybody, and occasionally we'll have other people kind of drift in. And,
Yes.
But it's nice for the community because, of course, you're there. So a lot of them get in their golf carts and just roll over to the clubhouse, and we'll do it there. So.
I love it. I'm trying to imagine someone driving their golf cart to the workout session.
Right.
I'd be like, why didn't you run? No, I'm just kidding. And when the weather right now, we got fires. It's very, very hot here in the Central Valley. Ashes are falling down. Once the weather gets better within the next month, hopefully, I bet you'll be busier than ever. Because once it cools down, even just last Thursday, it was like maybe 88?
It was beautiful, yeah.
That to us is glorious.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, do you believe in more strength training and cardio? Because I used to believe in just cardio will make me lose weight. Now I'm trying to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, there is a balance. I'm a big believer in strength training. I think that the benefits that you reap from building lean muscle really help with the metabolism throughout the day. So once you're done with them, and we do this in the boot camps, that's why we're taking the dumbbells out, lifting some weights. but that carries over, and so you're burning calories much further after the workout than you would just strictly doing some low-impact cardio stuff. So I'm a big believer of that. I think it should be mixed, but the strength training is very, very important, and of course your nutrition too is a big component to that. So.
Okay, so let's talk about nutrition. Now, I always, heard, I never was like this before. I used to work out like crazy and eat a big bowl of pasta. Now I don't eat any carbs past 5 o'clock. Do you believe in that?
Yeah, there's definitely a place where, what's really interesting though, when you talk to a client, you want to set them up to succeed. So it's hard to say, hey, look, this is the best program for you, and I don't want you eating carbohydrates when that might be unrealistic. People have families and so it makes it hard for them. So I really I'm sensitive to that. To answer the question though, for myself, I really watch the carbohydrates. I'm really careful, and I time them with workouts and different things like that. So I can get a little bit crazy, but I like to be I like to be a guinea pig for myself. So I'm always trying different strategies and things. But I think there's really some solid nutritional advice that people can take with them, and there's a little bit of a variation in that. So really a hard subject to get into and just talk about it in a couple of minutes. You could probably
talk about it for a long time. You're right, and I'm glad you said that about having families and being realistic. There's a lot of times where, let's just say my son is dying for me and it's pizza, right?
Right.
I'm like, you guys get the pizza, I have to get the salad. I'll have a piece of the pizza, but I have to eat the salad to fill up because I have this weird thing with carbs. I don't want to gain my weight back from having the baby,
Right. Well, you're working so hard at those boot camps, though. I mean, it's going to pay off.
You know what? I did notice the only thing that I can't get rid of, Mark, is this stupid, well, it's not that bad right now, that C-section flap, I call it, that roll of fat that will not go away.
Well, we just have to keep working. You got to keep working, and eventually it will. And
do I have to do 1,000 sit-ups or what?
You come to a couple more boot camps every week, and we'll get it done. I promise.
Let's do it, Mark. Is there anything we're leaving out? Before we let you go, we want to plug your website yet. Your phone number would probably be the best thing for people to call you.
Yeah, and the email is wonderful too.
Oh, the email.
Yeah.
Whatever's the easiest way to get a hold of you.
Yeah. So my email is madfitness, CC, and that stands for Central California, at gmail.com. So that's the best way to get a hold of me there. 559-840-6962 is my phone, and texting's great as well. And I want to put a little plug into Judy, who left, and say hi to my son, Kian, who was in her program yesterday.
That's a cool name.
He really enjoyed that. So.
Isn't it unbelievable?
Oh, he loved it.
And when I first heard of that, I was like, what the? Anyway, so send your kid for Bricks for Kids, then you can work out with Mark. How does that sound?